Hello once again, YouTube. Shenku RD coming at you guys with something I was not expecting to record today. In fact, I almost never plan what I'm going to record, so today is pretty much no exception to that. I decided that after looking at my last video that I posted here, which is my end of my 7-year journey of destroying every block in my large Terraria world, I decided I would do a special on my channel, which is my very first special. I would like to first off say thank you guys. When I posted that episode 5 months ago, I only had about 18, 19 subscribers, and that has jumped to 925 subscribers as of when I'm posting this video. So honestly, that's I can't even begin to describe how that makes me feel, and just the fact that I have that many is a little shocking, because I think my channel now is like 10, 12 years old. I don't even remember when I made it. But I decided that many of you were correct in your assessment of lava. Unfortunately, should count as a block that should really be collected. And so I was like, you know what's a better start to this than to make this part of my special, I guess, for all of you guys and the subscribers that I have. So I decided that I would give each subscriber 10 buckets. I know it's not even going to make a dent in the amount of lava I have to collect, and I don't know what I'm going to do about that, if I'm going to make it into something where I record myself collecting it, or maybe in this case I don't know, get the lava sponge and sponge it all up. I'll figure that part out in the future. But I'm thinking that for today I spent a obscene amount of money, or sorry, amount of iron, just making these buckets. It's 2 iron bars per bucket, and then it is 3 iron ore per iron bar, so basically 5 iron ore per bucket, and I now have 4,000, so that would be, I think, 16,000 pieces of iron, and it was a lot. So I decided, you know, I'm just gonna do 10 per, and so we're gonna do 4,000 twice, then 1,000, and then 250 to end this up. And while I'm doing that, I decide I'm also going to be reading a few of the comments from the video that I guess has kind of pushed my channel beyond what it was before, and maybe respond to a few, see what people were asking me. And I haven't been able to respond to all of them. In fact, not even close. Like, once this video kind of took off, I definitely did not keep up with that. So I figured that no better way to just go ahead and start right here, right in the middle here. And as I'm doing this, I will be chatting a little bit and talking a little bit about the comments that I've seen. So this is going to be really arduous. But the first comment was my second project 2, rebuild it. So no, I don't think I can. I have lost a significant number of blocks in this escapade, and so I don't think I could. And that would require like an old save file that I don't have. So this is going way faster than I thought it was going to. So maybe I'll continue longer than this. But yeah, that's the first comment. So thank you for that. Second comment: your world is still 1% corrupted. Actually, well, okay, maybe this is how we speed the or keep the video going a little longer. Let's go see what the Dryad thinks. And before I get flamed a lot in the comments, if there are some for this, yes, my housing is terrible. I know this. I will be probably doing an adjustment soon in the future to make this much better, but for now this is kind of what I'm dealing with. Alright, what's the status? So this is my status, guys. 27% hollow and 17% crimson. I don't know what to say, because it must be because there's a lot of hollow and crimson still on the sides here. I could try to use the the whatever it's called, the thing you can do to like spray the world. I thought about it. I don't know how to fix that, but I think it's because I definitely let the world sit too long, and it was able to spread way faster and past the border of the world. So I might have to do like a different world where I do more than that. But unfortunately, it is still significantly corrupted. Next comment is, I apparently have played for 7 years, and I have no Rod of Discord. I feel for you, brother. I did do a quick scrub of my chest, and I actually do have 5 of those. So I do have those. I appreciate the comment, though. Yeah. I've never used these. I don't even know. I think I started playing Terraria in like 2014-ish. I don't even know if the Rod of Discord existed then. I'm definitely more of a casual player, so I don't really know a lot of stuff like that. But yeah, so I do actually have some, and but that was a great comment. Next one. I mean, we're talking about 7 years ago. Darn, this guy started this in like 1.2. That was 2017. Oh my god. Yeah, so it was in 1.2. It was 2017. Yeah, it has definitely been a long road. But I think it's been a good one. Next up is quick and easy elevator. Honestly, though, that is insane. Yeah, I am a little bit insane. I am willing to admit this. But hey, you know, I could reach hell from any part of the world now, so hey, worth it. Then next person said 2448, so on that original video, fallen star in hell is wild. I think I do remember that section of the video, and yes, a fallen star did pass me as I was doing some mining of the obsidian. It's a crazy feeling to see that happen. So yeah, that was pretty cool. The next comment, why purify the world when you can blow it up? The Demolitionist. My thoughts exactly. I appreciate that. Next up, 1131. That silver and tin was sitting there for 7 years. It existed before and through the first Eye of Cthulhu battle, the Hard Mode transition, the death of the Moon Lord, and most of the clearing out of the world. It's crazy to think how much memories those ore veins existed, though. Yeah, I think that was the very last section of the block I mined in that video. And yeah, the stories that could tell. I mean, it's seen everything. It's seen everything that the world had to offer. So appreciate that comment, the player 12312. Appreciate that. Next up, now all that's left to mine are the trees and mountains in the background. Seriously though, amazing working video. It just goes on a little bit like that. Yeah, I don't think I can do that, guys. I don't think I can destroy all that stuff in the background. Maybe if Terraria becomes 3D in the future and you can travel in that direction, we'll do that. But for the moment, I do not see that happening. Alright. Next up, the Clentaminator, so that's apparently how you pronounce that, lights up tiles. You could easily get all the lighting done in a few hours if you want. I'll have to try that. I'm willing to try it. I think it'd be great to get like all of these shadows taken care of. So yeah, definitely. I'll think about that. I did some off-camera mining. Yeah, I did. I did some off-camera mining. A lot of it, actually. So yeah, your world is 0%. It's actually 17% and 27% if you want to get technical. But I'd say if you went purely off of the blocks that you can see on the map, I'd call that maybe, I don't know. What do you guys think? 5%? Less. Let's be generous and call that 3%, and then we'll call the dungeon another 4 or 5%. So I'd be willing to say maybe 8 or 9%. But I appreciate that comment. Next up is, this is absurd and I love it. For anyone wondering, a large world has approximately 20,160,000 tiles. That's assuming that it's changed since 1.2. I don't know if that's changed since 1.2, but that is when this world was created, I believe, was 1.2. So it probably fit that. So the next comment is the true eater of worlds. I'd like to think I'm not a gigantic snake-like thing, but hey, I'll take the title if you want to bestow it upon me. I'll become the next what would you guys call the eater of worlds? Third hardest boss in Terraria? Sorry, the third boss you would want to face in Terraria, or second, depending on if you have Corruption Crimson. So, appreciate that comment, guys. Next up, I remember when they first added the illumination on the map feature. It was so inconvenient. Yeah, I definitely agree. The light up feature it has its benefits, but I definitely see the point of trying to illuminate things and being like, yeah, I've actually visited all these areas, but it definitely makes it crazy to me when you look at it. And you just have these dark sections of your map that you can't get rid of. So next up is crazy how Hollow, Crimson, and Purity are all present in one tiny block. Yeah, I guess, although Purity... I think my world was made so long ago that I don't think I have Purity in my world. I'll have to check that, but yeah, that was fun. Next up, easiest way to purify the world. Definitely not the easiest. I think best path forward would probably be use the drill containment unit, cut off the Crimson and the Hollow from spreading, and then get the Cleneminator, or however you pronounce that word, and then blast it. I think would be the quickest and easiest way. So I don't think my way was best. I think it was definitely one of the longest methods in the world, but appreciate the comment. Next up is, so from 1242 to 1922 to mine 1 row, that's 400 seconds mining a 5 high strip. The world has roughly 240 to 350 mineable blocks. So it does a lot of math. Oh yeah, that's just a lot of math of the mathematical theory behind how long this would take. Long story short, it's that this might be closer to 100 hours if you don't include deaths and good speed. I'm not going to question the math on that. Maybe it would take 100 hours. I have no idea how many hours it actually took me because I didn't record it all. But the 7 years part is just, it's not that it actually took me 7 years. It's the fact that I just didn't continually work on the project. I guess I kind of got bored at times and just was like, I'm not going to keep going here. But yeah, if you guys are interested to read the full comment, it is Satibel, Satibel, and it was about 5 months ago. So appreciate that comment. Next up, you could try building custom islands to make all the NPCs happy. I did say that might be a new project of mine, because yes, my buildings that I originally housed them in were horrible because during any world event they got killed, and then during anything like that, and then yeah, they definitely are not happy in the the little shacks that I made for them right up here. They're all just kind of stuck there together. So yeah, definitely gonna have to look into that further. All right. Mythical algorithm poll. I don't know if I was gaming the algorithm. That wasn't the intention when I made the title, but glad it worked out for you. Next up was true dedication. I think the terrariums are very cool. That's right. That's right. I did say that I might be considering terrariums. I'll think about it some more. I'm not sure what I'm thinking on that. But I did make a test one up here that I'll show you guys in a bit. But so far, not really sure if I want to do that. 2130, superheated blood allows the player to ride a lava shark. It is found in crates obtained in lava fishing. The player is immune to lava while riding a lava shark. Oh, that would have been so helpful. Oh, well, if I ever do this again, I will definitely get a lava shark. This one's relatively new. It's things like this that are truly quote-unquote artistic, the same way a painter or musician captures emotions. You did this in the video. Huh. Well, I'm glad I was able to motivate you in some way. Not really sure if I didn't feel like I was saying anything super impressive or anything like that, but hey, if it spoke to you, really glad I was able to. The next one is point of view, you can't find the last 1% corruption. Apparently I can't. I have no idea where that corruption is, or Crimson, or any of that, so Yeah, unfortunately. Next comment, just to save you some sanity, if you want to build out into your void, do not waste your time building a bridge out. Just use an ice wand and place a block quickly next to the ice block that is spawned. Good to know. I will definitely keep that in mind, because for the first Terrarian, I built the bridge, so... Sorry, I already kind of failed you there, but it was relatively close to the house, so it wasn't that bad. Alright, next up. This dedication is utterly absurd. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know if I'd call it dedication, or if I would call it stubbornness, or if I would call it insanity. I think it's kind of combination of both, or all three. Meanwhile, the Dryad, your world is still infected, try harder. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. Some call it obsession, I call it determination. That's a good way to put it. I'd say it's probably determination. But it is definitely also obsession, unfortunately. And, like I said, somewhat insanity. Next comment. This man is completely unstoppable. I hope he focuses on cancer research or world peace. Yeah, you don't want me doing world peace or cancer research. I'd probably make both of those worse. I do not understand cancer. I do not think I'd be a good person for world peace. So next is, congratulations on your journey. I feel part of it while watching. It was satisfactory and deep. Well, appreciate that. Glad you were able to be a part of it. We would watch the 7-year time lapse of you going block by block and love every moment of it. Okay, I've seen this comment a few times. You guys said like we would, you know, people would watch if I actually did the whole mine all the blocks on stream thing. I mean, maybe. I just don't know if I'd want to do it again. I don't know if I would want to spawn in a new world and do this again. It was a lot of dedication. It did take a lot of time to get me motivated to do it. So I don't know. I'll have to think on that some more. So then, okay, next one. I actually was thinking of doing this as a bargain. I planned to ask, I think that's Reddit, what it would take for Torch God to get a relic, and I was planning to mine out an entire world and replace everything with torches. Actually, very glad to see someone beat me to this. Well, I didn't replace it with torches. I may have mined out the world, but I didn't replace it. So if you still want to do that, hey. I mean, and I'm definitely not the first person who mined every single block in a world. So I might just be like one of the few people who posted it on YouTube and was like, hey, this would be funny. So, but I appreciate that. Next comment. Hold on. Here we go. 2:30. The thunder is on point. I think that was when the lightning storm started, right when I said I was going to destroy everything. That was pretty on point. It was not planned, but that was pretty ironic that the world was like spooked by it. This is a beautiful world, and it reminds me of my OCD. I'm not really sure in what way, but okay, appreciate that. Next comment. I remember back when I started playing Terraria on PS3. Nice console. I had the same idea. I couldn't even get through the jungle. I got through the underworld just on the jungle part and gave up. Props. Appreciate that. I think that's Raxcop is the username. As another commenter said, I don't know if it's dedication or if it's insanity. I do think it's both. This was a problem I really didn't think of. What to do with all the lava that I just collected, because now I have to empty it into something. Oh god, I didn't think this through. Okay, well, here. I'm just gonna go to one of my other worlds, and we're just gonna dump it there. Sorry. I should have thought of that earlier. Oh jeez. Yeah, just a random world, it doesn't matter. Okay, well, I guess while I'm doing this, I can keep running through the comments, and I forgot I didn't make a good elevator in this world. Oh, I'm so smart. Oh gosh, really? Oh, this character's never even been on this world. Okay. Wow. At this point, it'd be easier just to break out the drawer. Oh my gosh, this is horrible. What on earth was I thinking when I made this? I was not thinking at all. I just that is now clear to me. I wasn't thinking at all when I did this, because this is really bad. All right, whatever. We are just going to dump all this lava in here. Yay. Okay. Oh shoot. Okay. Like that. Okay. So next comment. Congratulations. How about smashing up all the lava as well? Working on it. That's the next project. So have no fear. That's coming. This next comment is basically the same as the last thunderstorm comment. Very poetic. Any future Terraria plans out of curiosity? Not really. As I've said before, not a great builder. Really struggle with that aspect. Beyond the Terrarian idea, I haven't really thought of it. So I'll have to keep thinking on that. But I do appreciate the thunderstorm comment. That was very funny. The next one is a story of this person still has their world from 2011. And they ask how many hours do I have in Terraria? That's a good question. I have 2,900 hours in Terraria total. Now I will say some of that is purely me learning the game, playing, beating the bosses, such and such like that. But other aspects are sitting in my money farm, just getting platinum coins, so there's a lot of time spent there. Then of course all the time spent digging my world out, so yeah, so it wasn't actually, I don't think, 2,900 hours of me physically at my computer playing. Next comment. I think just making huge orb terrariums around the world is the play. Massive, where you're standing in one, you shouldn't be able to tell that it's not a normal biome. I'll think about it. As I said, not a great builder. I'm thinking about it, so. Next up, the sheer amount of dedication of this must have taken was crazy. Honestly, this is the biggest project I've ever seen, and I probably have over 1,000 hours in the game. Hey, you know, that's great. I've gotten every armor set, nice. Supreme Helper Minion, every trophy, multiple rare items. Dev sets, jeez, okay, I don't have any of that. And no, okay, what I do does not pale in comparison to what you've done. I do not agree with that. Like, everyone's achievements are their own. Don't compare yourself to what I did. I think your achievements, I don't have all the armor sets. I don't have the Helper Minion. I don't have every trophy. I doubt I have every rarest item. So, no. I appreciate that, but be proud of your own accomplishments. Next comment. This is a testament to the strength of the human spirit. I really mean that. Who knows what humanity will accomplish in the future? I have no idea what humanity will accomplish in the future. Just for your guys' FYI, I'm kind of hoping to see a human land on Mars in my lifetime. I think that would be awesome, but no idea. It'd be really cool to see, but hopefully someday. All right. Next up, if you want to get rid of those darker light spots, you can take Cursed Flames Tome. It has quite long duration, very effective with a min light. All right, I will think on that too. I now have 2 light up options that I can probably try. So much time has gone into this. It's understandable that it brought you pride and satisfaction. It definitely did. I appreciate that comment very much. I appreciate all the comments. Oh, okay. Why? Sir, I'm in the middle of something here. Sir. Okay, back to it. I was in the middle of something. Okay. But yeah, so appreciate that I do appreciate all the comments. So when I say I appreciate it, I know I'm saying like it over and over again, but I really do. I really do appreciate all the comments and all of that stuff. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the subscribers. I appreciate the comments. Hopefully this video hasn't been too boring for you. I'm hopefully also gonna flash like the comments on screen for you guys. So if you're one of the commenters, thank you for your comment. So the next is one insane one accomplishment. You can now tell your kids that you cleared every block in a Terraria world and have proof. I appreciate that. Not sure if I'm gonna have kids at this point because clearly I do not have a social life. But if I do one day, I will definitely show them this. So appreciate that. Dryad, please purify the world. Me. Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember if I started this because I thought it was the best way to purify the world, or if I just enjoyed digging with my drill containment unit so much, I just decided I'd just keep doing that. But either way, it was fun. So next comment discusses sandbox simulator games do tend to make me more nostalgic and sentimental than other genres. Log into old Minecraft, Stardew, and Valheim just to walk around, connect with yourself. Hey, whatever you need to do to connect with yourself, I think that's great. So this is a great comment, so thank you for that. The algorithm delivers yet again. I don't really know what to say, so have a like. Okay, appreciate that. Sometimes you don't have to say anything. You are a hero. I'm not a hero. I'm just, as so many of the comments have pointed out, I'm crazy. And have way too much time on my hands. But thank you. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Build every biome as floating islands. Alright, so another person who really likes the Terrarian idea. Can do. Absolutely do the Terrarians. Yep. Another one like that. You clearly are a man of finishing what you start. Yeah, I'd hope so. I hope I'm a man who follows through with what I promised myself, and it kind of does like feel like an accomplishment for my younger self, the one who thought up this crazy idea. Me finishing it now, I think it's just kind of like almost like saying I respect my younger self enough to do it. So thought this was a 50+K sub channel. Yeah, not quite. I don't think I have a good enough upload schedule to support that. Good video. I can understand the grind. It's like when we dig up a hole on the beach. Very honorable. I've never dug up a hole on the beach, but I've heard it's really fun. Maybe if next time I go to the beach, I'll dig a hole. GG, man, that is insane and a childhood dream of an achievement. It kind of is. It really was an achievement from my 17-year-old self who just clearly had way too much time on his hands. 719, bro, my jaw dropped. I've been playing this game for 10 years and never knew that. I'm assuming at 719 you're talking about the drill containment unit and being able to destroy walls. So if you guys haven't seen the video, so here, let me show you. So see how there's a background here? So the drill containment unit, if you click on your left mouse button, does the blocks, but the right does the background. And yes, I did not know that that was even a thing until a couple months before I uploaded the video that I'm even reading the comments of. So yeah, if you guys don't know, now you know. And it made all the difference to me when I was doing this thing. So yeah, if you don't know, hey, now you know. Give this man a medal. I don't need a medal. The map of the world that I made, I think, is enough for me, but appreciate that. When using Ashwood armor and obsidian rose, you can become permanently immune to lava. Okay, another way to become permanently immune to lava. Good to know. I dreamt of doing something like this when I was younger. I knew I'd never actually do it, but to see someone else do it is quite surreal. This is incredible. I'm glad I was able to help with that. Yeah, it definitely is a dream. It's a dream for me to be able to do this and to say that I have done it. And I'm gonna move over here because the lava's starting to overflow in there. But yeah, it's definitely a dream, and I'm really glad that I was able to do it. So apparently I'm nuts in a good way. Yeah, I'd say so. I'm definitely nuts. I just started playing, and I have such a vague idea of what an awe-inspiring feat this is. Congrats. Hey, if you just started, you are in for a treat. I've never, like, this is the only world that I've really played on over the last 7 years. So, there's just so much about it that I don't even know about. So, you're in for a great time. Really glad you're playing the game though. Do it again, but with a normal pickaxe. No. Sorry if you guys want to see that, but no, I cannot even fathom doing that. Not that crazy. Congrats. So thank you for the congratulations. This is dedication. We keep coming back to that. There's definitely dedication, but I also think it's part insanity. Like, you have to be dedicated, but to keep doing it over and over and over again, the way I did, I do think it is partial insanity. But I appreciate the fact that you chose dedication over insanity. Alright. Something you could do, maybe sort out the different types of chests into rows instead of having the various chests scattered around. Valid argument. My OCD has kind of tried to convince me to shift things around, but I don't know, I kind of like it. It's just kind of the chest I chose in the moment when I was making it, but I'll think about it. Next up is, honestly, thank you so much for this. Well, you're welcome. I guess in this way I did it so that other people don't have to. So, you're welcome. I'm playing for the first time and chose a large classic world. I'm just wondering how long it would take for me to clear Terraform. Given the fact I'm not really looking things up and just struggling through, I think I'll just live through you on this one. I didn't really terraform, so that would take much longer for you. Unless you count the Terrarian idea that I'm thinking up. So, if you're looking for a amount of time that you'd be looking at, it's however long hours took multiplied by or divided by how many days. I don't know, I can't do that math. Another one that says now destroy all the background walls. I don't know if you mean like these walls, like the ones that I showed you with the drill containment unit, or if you mean like the background, but either way, I will be looking into that because I do want the background walls to all be gone as well, so I will definitely be looking at that. Touch grass, take it to a whole new level. Yeah, I don't touch a lot of grass. That is very true. Amazing dedication. By the way, you left a little of the world at the borders. Use a rocket launcher to clean that up, and also use dry bombs or rockets for the lava. Okay. I will definitely take that into consideration. Because I definitely agree with you. There's still blocks left on the sides, so we'll definitely think about that some more. Okay, this is actually one of the comments that I took probably the most to heart. Was my left ear loved your voice and my right ear appreciated your keyboard. So I am sorry. I did figure out the reason why. It had to do with my microphone orientation. So hopefully this video will sound much better to you guys. I did try to fix things so that it would come out better. So, are you looking forward to reorganizing your storage? If not, I would love to do it. So I am. Now that I have everything, I am definitely thinking about it, but it's definitely gonna take some time. My chests are now very disorganized. They were organized to begin with, and now they're not. But yeah, hopefully in a future video, if I keep up an upload schedule for once, I will definitely think about that. Man sees, man does. Great and interesting video. The effort, I can't imagine, but yes, you should totally build something in it. Yeah, I should. I should get over my problem with building things and actually do something productive here instead of what I did. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the 250 again. There we go. So I've done 4,000. It's only taken me, I think, half an hour to do all that. This is going to be a long video, guys. Sorry. Okay. your basic storage area looks really cool. Well, I appreciate that. I do. Underrated channel. This project is crazy. I mean, I'm happy with the number of subscribers I have here. If I get bigger, that's fantastic. If I stay the same, I'll be happy with it. But I do appreciate you being here and supporting this channel. Did this a bunch of times. For some reason, there's nothing more satisfying to me than leveling mining speed and cleaning things up. At one point, I tried every block I touched once has to be mined. Wow. That's crazy, man. And I'm really glad that I am not the only person who's done this. So, kudos to you for doing this as well. Whew, I can only imagine how long that took. This video is awesome. I personally would love to watch the creation thought process. I appreciate that. And yeah, maybe I will look at that and see if the idea works out. So appreciate that. Okay, next comment. You must have some insane character development. I don't. I mean, in this case, it was basically the exact same monotonous task the whole time, so there really wasn't a lot of character development there, but I think outside of this task, I definitely had some, but not, I wouldn't say in the task, but appreciate that. Next up is, sorry, I'm having trouble reading this one. So it kind of has to do with being conscious and being aware and enlightened. Keep it up. Don't stop moving forward. I appreciate that. I'll keep moving forward. I think it's very important for everyone to do so. Rough times, they come. You have your ups and downs, and it's kind of learning to be okay with downs and enjoying the ups when they're around. So, but I do thank you for that, and I think you keep your head up too, and we'll do it together. This video popped up my recommended, and I really enjoyed it. Appreciate that. I'm glad it worked. Glad you enjoyed it. Glad this video blew up. So am I. Really glad. Now use those blocks to fill all the gaps in a world. That seems too similar to the original comment, which was rebuild. I just can't, guys. I'm sorry. You guys want me to. I don't think I can. That would hurt. That would hurt a lot to do that. This reminds me of the guy who walked to the Farlands in Minecraft. Honestly, that guy's a legend. The people who walked to the Farlands, that was incredible. That was actually right when I started getting into YouTube and watching videos, and I don't think I ever watched a lot of like alpha and beta and all that stuff, YouTube Minecraft content, but I do remember the Farlands. I never got to them myself, but I appreciate being kind of put on the same level as that I appreciate that. Alright. I've seen this comment before. They have managed to demolish whatever we made, but you're failing to comprehend. I really am. I don't really comprehend what that means. So, okay. What a crazy intro to have in the year of our Lord 2024. Yeah, I agree. It's a crazy intro. It was a free thing, and I'm really bad when it comes to editing and all that stuff. I just not good at it. Never really got good at it. I don't know. I kind of like it. It is nostalgic for me. The Christmas trees make me happy. You know what? They make me happy too. I still remember the very first time I had Santa in my world. I just went crazy, got all sorts of trees, and decided I was gonna just make it a permanent part of my base, and I did, and they've been there ever since. So that would probably be like 2014, 2015 was the first time I had a Santa Claus in my world. So I'm glad they make you happy. Now remove all the lava with a bottomless water bucket. I actually do have a bottomless water bucket. And if this method gets too boring, I will either switch to that and get a ton of obsidian, or I will, because I also do have a bottomless lava bucket, so I don't really need to have buckets of lava lying around. Or I'll switch to the lava sponge, because I think I also got one of those. So either way, I will remove all the lava. This is going to happen. It's very slow going. There's still a ton of lava right now, and this is gonna take forever. But that's okay. We're gonna do it, and I'm gonna love every second of it. All right, next comment. Another one that says I've done some off-camera mining. Yeah. Then loved the intro, dedication. Now do it on Infernum. No. I don't think I will. Not only am I not really a I'm not really into mods, that kind of thing. I've heard of the Infernum mod, but I don't think I'm going to do this ever again. I don't think I'm ever going to destroy a world like this. I think if I do continue to make Terraria content, it'll probably be a Let's Play of some sort. But, no, I don't think I'll do an Infernum. At 2413 says pot detected nearby in gelatin crystal. So that actually is the same as what's on my page right now. I do think it has to do with the blocks that are off the border that I cannot reach. Or it could be that there are blocks pretty close to me down there that have a gelatin crystal on them. So I think it has to do with that, or it just doesn't know what to do because there's nothing nearby. So I'm not really sure. I'll have to look into that some more. Next comment, man, I really felt what you were chatting about during your last bits of mining. I think we are pretty similar in our ways of thinking. I'd have to go back and rewatch what I was saying. But I'm glad my words kind of spoke to you there. I don't know if I was really thinking about what I was saying, but if I said it, I definitely think it. I just cannot remember what exactly I was referring to. But I'm glad that I was able to connect with you in that way. This should probably be good enough to fight Wall of Flesh now. I would hope so. I would hope so. Next up is this making me want to play Terraria again. Really glad about that. I think, Terraria is a great game. The way I describe it to people who've never heard of it is a lot of people have heard of Minecraft. So I'm like, it's basically 2D Minecraft, but where Minecraft is focused more on exploration and build. Terraria has those, but I'd say Terraria is definitely more hyper-focused on upgrades and combat. When you compare the two games, and one has more bosses than the other, and the other, I think, has more interesting options when it comes to building. But that's just my personal opinion. Reminds me of the time I did my tiny project of building a custom biome. Replaced roughly 0.32 kilometers squared of grass blocks into snow. That's crazy. That's crazier than what I did, man. So, congrats. Can't believe how many hours you put into this. I'm currently doing the same, but not with the drill unit. I farmed tons of chlorophyte and blue mushrooms, made mini nukes, and the Rapid Celebration MK2. I've heard of the MK2, and a lot of people said I should have done that instead of the drill containment unit. Well, I kind of picked my method and stuck with it, but hey, respect to you that you're doing that. So, congrats. Underrated. I'm okay. Maybe this will keep finding people. I mean, it has been steadily increasing subscribers since it started. So, I don't know. Maybe it'll keep finding people. I'm okay. This is super satisfying. I know. It's so satisfying to me to just look at the world and it's completely blank except for a few structures that I either built or I wanted to keep. So, yeah, I definitely agree. Very, very satisfying to me as well. Finally, an arena big enough for Calamity mod. Again, not really a mod person, but I do appreciate that. The other thing is that I back then would just dig a hole for most of my time in Terraria with only an iron pickaxe, but when I finish, I'd just be like, oh yeah, that's that, I guess. Okay, yeah. I definitely wouldn't do this with an iron pickaxe, but Yeah, I mean, you kind of look at it and go, what else is there to do? This is a quote. It would be interesting to build something dedicated instead of destroying the only world I have. I stand by that statement. I stand by that statement. It would be interesting. So the next couple comments are basically saying it's insane. So, yeah, it is pretty insane. Nostalgia I feel from the intro, so another one like that. Yeah, it's a nostalgic intro, but I like it. Then another one about my commitment and focus. Another one about the DSC. Yeah, so the drill containment unit can remove walls. Very thing there. A little bit of mining. Yeah, bro did a little bit of mining and then what I actually did. So yeah. The Dryad is so mad right now. The Dryad's actually not mad, as I showed it earlier in the video. So apparently not mad. He'd rather destroy everything than go fishing. Yep, that's Terraria. Yeah, the fishing quests just suck. Especially when I can only speed up time once per day. So I can only really do 2 angler quests per day, and then I have to wait, and it's so annoying. It is so annoying. So yeah, that is Terraria. I still don't have the 200 angler quests, and it's kind of hurts. Scientists may call this insanity. People call it dedication, but really it's just dig blocks sound good. But come on, the digging block sound does sound cool. So you're not wrong. In fact, you're very right. But it does. It's so satisfying just to carve up a world with drill containment unit. I'm sorry. I stand by that. That was a very fast 32 minutes and 49 seconds. 7 years and half an hour is crazy. Time warp. It is a time warp, guys. Yes, I did fit 7 years into 32 minutes and 49 seconds. And that is the next 4,000 down. So, back to the other world to drop these off. I think it was Person's Paradise, which I'm now also wrecking with, because I am now way too impatient to do whatever weird stuff I did with this elevator that I didn't finish. This is the problem when you get to endgame, is you're just too impatient to do things the old way. Like I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna break this and do this. Alright. So yeah. Let's see. This is the world that the merchant was talking about, where dirty blocks sell for a fortune. So, surprisingly, I had no idea what a dirtiest block was. I had not one clue, because I looked it up, and the dirtiest block was added in 1.4.4, and I made this world back in 1.2. So, I don't think my world had any. And so, even in the amount of, stuff I got, I don't think I have a dirtiest block at all. And it's kind of sad that I don't have one. But if I get some, then I'm gonna, I'm gonna cherish those. Really cool accomplishment. Thank you for that. Pretty crazy. Attempted to do this with a normal pickaxe on the 3DS version. Wasn't the brightest idea. Hey, I don't think using the DSU was the brightest idea either, because as people have pointed out to me, it's not exactly the quickest method that I could have used, but to each their own. You gotta build something insane now. I'll think about it. Now make a Death Star using every block. Again, I'll think about it. Maybe you could use the Zenith's illumination to clear out the lane, but I did try. I tried to use the Zenith. It's just, to get the clarity of the rest of the world, it needs almost constant illumination when you're nearby. And it didn't really come out well, unfortunately. So, I'll think about it. Congratulations, thank you. Appreciate your congrats there. This is gonna be me if I don't find that 1% corruption. Again, I really do think that the best method is cutting off the hollow and the corruption, or crimson, and then purifying from there. That way, if you do have to do this method, you can, because you don't have to go to like the edges of the world and all that stuff. So, just 2 cents. This deserves a sub. I appreciate that. This is definitely going in the important videos playlist and remember to death playlist. Okay, to each their own. I still don't see it as super profound, but glad it came across that way. This is another incredible dedication comment. Wild golden mouse. I had no idea that there was a golden mouse in the game. Respect. All this work just to not have the cell phone and not the shell phone. I didn't know the shell phone was a thing until I started seeing these comments. So I'll have to look into that and fix that. Although at this point, I think I looked it up, and the shell phone is kind of like allows you to teleport to the different sections of the world. But I have teleporters that do that, so I don't really need it. But I'll definitely keep looking into that. A couple more comments that say good job. I had the same idea, and I'm in awe of you to really pull through and do this for real. Appreciate that. Bro is the first to actually beat Terraria. I don't know if this counts as beating it, if destroying it counts as the same as beating it, but sure. Love the video, but if this was cut into 7 to 8 minutes, I bet it would fly with a broader audience. Probably. I mean, this video is not going to be short either. So, I don't know. I'm not one who does well with cutting videos either. But I'll think about that. Have you ever actually found the 9 dirtiest blocks in your world? So, kind of the same thing of what I said earlier. I really don't think I have any. And that sucks, because I definitely would have. I don't remember picking up anything that said dirtiest block, unfortunately. I love the lifelong journey videos, like Walking to the Farlands. They make me happy, but all my old Terraria worlds are corrupt. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. If this world ever corrupted, I think I would actually cry. I mean, I put so much effort into this that I think legitimately I would cry. So I feel for that. I hope you have an endless water bucket if you plan to do Angler. If you don't, you're gonna need to import a ton of water from another world, pack a couple thousand buckets. I do have an endless water bucket, but now I have 4,250 buckets. So either way, I will be fine. But yeah, Angler quests. I have to get back on that grind as much as I don't want to. Next is go hang out with the neighbor kids. The neighbor kid is apparently me. Yeah, I'd rather do that than hang like that. Then a couple more comments that just say, you know, like good stuff. You should make little biome islands and put NPCs in their respective favorite biome. Also, people watch anything uploaded, I'm sure. If not right now, it will blow up in the near future and it will be a meme. I don't know what my thoughts would be on being a meme. I don't know. But, appreciate that. Subscribed, I appreciate that. You are an OG. I don't think I'm an OG. Like, the OGs for me were, you know, like, I actually used to watch Stampy Longhead. To me, he's an OG. I wouldn't count myself an OG. I do appreciate the comment, but I just don't see it as me being one. I think maybe someday I'll be an OG to somebody, but right now it just seems a little odd to call me one, but I do appreciate that. It would be cool to change the world into a solar system with each biome as a planet. That is an interesting thought. I'll have to think on that one some more. 1226, how does it detect a gelatin crystal? This is insane. Another insane comment. Yeah, I have thought about that. I really do think it's just that that's the nearest rare item to me. Because I can't think of another reason why it would just randomly be saying it's a gelatin crystal. But yeah. You can get rid of most of the lava using some honey in a chest. Just the lava flow into the honey in front then leave the world. Rejoining the lava pool will be gone. Huh. I'll have to look up a video about that, because that might be super useful for this. Although, who knows, maybe I'll just keep doing it the really long, grindy way, I guess is the way that I kind of just go about things. Another comment that says the dedication. Insanity, guys. Insanity. Another one that called me the Eater of Worlds. Maybe. In a way. Bro casually obliterated an entire world. Not casually. This was not casual. This was dedicated, insanity, and both of those things. Yeah. Yeah, new task. Craft an inventory full of empty buckets and slowly start trashing them until all the lava's gone. I feel like that's kind of what we're doing, in a way. Not trashing them, because you have no idea how much iron it took just to make these 4,000. I already told you how much iron it took to make these 4,000 buckets. But I don't have enough iron to make a full inventory of buckets to clear out the lava. So it would be funny, but I do not have that much time on my hands to get enough iron for that. 2008 intro. Yeah, pretty much. It is interesting how worlds continue off screen. In my experience, I've even discovered an off-screen floating island. Sick. How'd you know it was a floating island? Oh, is it because of the music? I'm curious about that. Is it because of the music that you knew it was a floating island? Because I'd be curious how you knew it was there if it was off-screen. How does the wall of flesh look like without a ceiling? Good question, actually. One I'm tempted to try. I have a guide. I haven't replaced my guide in a while, but hey, it might work. So I might try that in today's video. Might be worth it. I would have loved to see this done. Just need to turn the volume down a tiny bit. I'd happily watch that series. I appreciate that. Again, not sure if I'm ever gonna do this again. Probably not. I'm hoping that the volume is better for you guys now. I tried a bunch of different settings, so let me know in the comments on this video if the volume's better. Lava still counts as a block. Lava sponge time. Working on it. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this time. Fun fact about fishing locations: the angler can only spawn fishing quest if there is a valid biome for the quest. Yeah, that is a problem, isn't it? I'm definitely gonna have to think about that. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I actually caught it this time. Sweet. Alright. No wall flesh. So then a couple more comments that say W and crazy. Another one that says Bro literally defeated the Moon Lord to achieve his goals by himself. I assume you mean that the Moon Lord wanted to destroy the world, so I destroyed him and then said I'm gonna do it. Yeah, kinda. Then someone else said Project 3, do this on all seed. I don't actually know what that means. I might have to look up what all seed means. But this is another one that says try it on Calamity. Like I said, never really been a fan of modded stuff. I prefer vanilla. But I'll think about it. Then you can use a dry rockets and a good rocket launcher to clear all the lava in no time. Also, a rocket launcher with nukes can easily destroy the blocks outside the border. So I will definitely look into that and give it a shot and see how it goes. Why so underrated? I'm a small YouTuber. Don't upload very often. I'd say that's probably a decent reason why. But I'm glad you all are here. So here's another comment that says I could use the Clenteminator. I'm saying that so badly, but make a backup of the world and level absolutely everything. Raise the structures to the ground. I might, just to see what it looks like. It'd be funny. So another one that says the Dryad says that my world is 1%. Dude became the god. Small G. I'd say. Small G of my Terraria world, sure. I feel like it's a little disrespectful to say I am the god, but I guess of my world, yes, I have become the lowercase god. Imagine if you put that effort into something else worthwhile, you'd have found the cure to cancer by now. Meh. In this case, I'm happy with the effort I put into this, and nah, I'm okay, but appreciate that. Now do it again with all different classes, finish that swap class and do it again. No. Again, I can't do this again. I do not have the dedication that I did when I started this. This was a finishing a task that I set to myself, but starting it over I think would be the end of me. Yeah, this is another person that said that my audio is broken. I'm very sorry, guys. It really had to do with my microphone. There was something wrong with how it was oriented. I really think it's better now, so I am sorry. I tested it. It did seem like my voice was coming much stronger out of my left earbud than my right earbud, so hopefully this comes out better. You could watch and react to things while grinding blocks away for the recreation of harvesting every block. Do it. I guess in some way I am reacting to things right now while I'm doing the lava. You can shimmer walls to make them into the walls that allow spawns, which I believe Moonlord drops the infinite shimmer bucket. Yeah, so again, I think I have the problem where my world is too old. I do not have shimmer in my world at all. I could probably get the infinite shimmer bucket and add it to my world, but at this point I'd probably just make a brand new one and do it in 1.4.4.9 instead of trying to use my old version. But I will think about it. And another comment that says, with the shimmer you don't need the walls. Yeah. What is that chunk in the lava at 2030? I'm not sure. I'd have to run back through the video and check. Congrats, thank you. Appreciate that. Maybe you check the world file, you can find the date it was created. Files are labeled with their dates created. Yeah, so my original world was made June 1st of 2014. Yeah, June 1st of 2014 was when I created Shenku RD's world is what I named it. I think you should build a base from the bottom of the world all the way to the top. So I think once the lava is taken care of, I can definitely do that. However, I can barely fill up the base I have right now. It'd be a lot of empty, and again, I make block houses. So it would not be a profound base at all. I'd have to learn how to build first, but we'll think about it. Bro has the editing style of a 2012 Minecraft Let's Player. Pretty much. Pretty much, yeah. Not a good editor. Just never really got good at it. But yep, definitely is my style of doing things. You should make a series where you rebuild and repopulate every terrain and creature. Again with the rebuilding, I just can't. I cannot fathom doing that. Next up, this is insane, and that's an understatement. I can't imagine how happy and sad you were to finish it. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely bittersweet. Of like, this was something that just kind of stuck with me for a long time. So, yeah, definitely a, it is a happy and sad moment. 743, if only you collected progress screenshots. So, I have one. I did upload a video that was a tour of my Terraria world, and it did have like my current in progress piece, but unfortunately that is the only proof I really have of what the world looked like before and then how long it took me to defeat it, to destroy it all. So unfortunately, yeah, I don't have progress screenshots. I should have done that, but I can't, so it's unfortunate. Sanest Terraria player. I'd go with either sanest or most insane. It's one or the other. It cannot be both. For someone with over 1,000 hours in Terraria who loves to build, this is insane, but at the same time, the NPC houses are so bad. Yes, they are awful. But, to be fair, they were made before happiness was a thing, so I did not make them with happiness in mind. But you are correct. They are, in today's day and age, they are awful. So we're getting pretty close to. I've already done 8,000 buckets once this is empty. So we're coming up on the end, so I've not even made it close to all the comments, and I'm really sorry about that. But I will keep going. Might just hit a couple highlights of comments that are a little different. But for those of you whose comments I didn't read, I've read as many of them as I can. Or sorry, like, okay, in this case, in this format of this video, I've not read as many as I could. It would take me a very long time to do so, but I have read them. And I may not have responded to you, but I really do appreciate all the comments, the feedback, telling me that my audio was sounding odd. Really, I did need to hear that, because I had no idea that something wasn't coming across correctly. So I sincerely do appreciate that. This is probably like one of the lamest like thank yous on YouTube. I'm not a great YouTuber. Kind of learning to deal with that, but yeah. I sincerely do appreciate the support here, and who knows, maybe I'll do something with the Terrarians in the future, or a Let's Play in the future. But I really did want to just kind of do this video to say thank you to you guys for subscribing and liking my video and commenting. It does mean a lot. So this video is pretty much just like for you guys, to say that thanks, and to know that I have read and I appreciate what you guys have written here. So sorry, as my world is loading, I just wanted to quickly say that, because yeah, I feel like it's important to say, very important to say. This next comment is actually perfect timing. The Shenku RD letter statues are slightly off the center, and it's making me crazy. It's making me crazy too, so I fixed it. I totally understand what you're saying, so I fixed that too. Hopefully that makes you feel a little better that I fixed that up a little bit. So 1,250 blocks remaining before I've done 9,250, so that is 10 lava buckets per subscriber. But let us continue until we're done here. So here's a unique comment. So I'm gonna try to focus on the unique comments. Oh crap! Oh, I'm so smart. I just yeeted those lava buckets because I have so much crap in my inventory. Ugh, I'm so smart. Hold on. I don't need this. Okay, back to it. Bro killed his 7,750th giant cave bat. Yes, that is true. I've killed many mobs in this game, and many numbers of those. I had to check when this video was uploaded after seeing the intro. I thought we were back in 2012. Yeah, I mean, I'm bringing 2012 back, guys. I'm bringing it back. As someone who uses magic storage, this is insanity to me. I've never heard of magic storage. I'll have to look into that. This is another one that says drain the lava. Working on it. Move hell to the surface. Okay, I doubt I'm gonna make that work. But it would be really funny. Now bucket up all that lava. Working on it. Infernum MFS building their Exomex arena. So again, not really following the Infernum mod reference, but okay. Hello there, local insane person. That is going to be my new YouTube channel name, local insane person. The corruption finally stopped spreading. Well, not really. I think it just kept spreading off screen. So another one says time to remove the walls. Hey, here's someone who said I like the old style video. I appreciate that. You know, sometimes the old styles knew what they were doing. Yeah, here's another one that says the Dryad tells you your world is 1% corrupt. Yes, the Dryad has spoken. Here's another one that says fight the wall of flesh. You know what? At the end of this video, I'll fight the wall of flesh, and we'll see what it looks like with no ceiling. How about that? So here's someone who says this person's doing it with their small world. Respect, respect. Good job. So here's someone who says it took you 7 to 9 years to mine an entire large world. I did a large with shrew my claw, chisel, mining armor, and extendo grip in 9 months. I respect that. I feel like if I had dedicated myself harder to this, I could have. But I don't know. I guess I just took too many breaks. Took me too long to really get into it. So try this on my 360. Only mined out the ice biome before I got bored. Yeah, see that was kind of the thing. Is I eventually got bored. I just couldn't do it day in day out. Switched to video games, did other things, and this kind of just became a side project. So that's yeah. This video actually proves you've played this world since June 1st, 2014. So this person actually did see when I created this world. So 10 years total, and the base looked almost identical 6 years ago. Yeah, it really didn't change over the last 10 years. I am nuts enough to do that. Plural for terrarium is Terraria. Good to know. Good to know. So this person asked, how many hours do I have in this character? I will tell you. I have 571 hours in this character. I checked that this morning, so it might be off by an hour or so, but that's how many it said I had, so that's pretty crazy. You didn't edit out the map and then just record the final part, right? Right? You can believe me if you want to. You can doubt me if you'd like to. I promise, right here and now, that I did not edit the map in any way, shape, or form. I do not know how to do that. I have nothing else to say to that. If you don't believe me, that's fine. But I'm just gonna say to that, yep, I did mine out this world. I did spend the 7 years doing it. And I am proud that I managed to do it. Am I ever gonna do it again? Absolutely not. But as we've gotten here, we have now picked up my last lava bucket. So we're gonna come back over here to my storage. Start putting things away. I love this feature. This feature that lets you do that, I love it so much. But I'm gonna put this away here. Oh, that was another question. So I figured while I'm doing this, someone asked me if I have every banner. I don't know if I have every banner. All I can do is show you. I mean, I've got Stargazer. These are like for all the pillar mobs, slimes, the different colors, Pixie. I'd have to review this and check to see if I actually do have them all. But I mean, I've got 3 chests full. But this banner apparently I've never gotten before, so maybe not. Maybe I don't have them all. But I'd say that this has pretty much been the video. So again, thank you to all of you guys for supporting me, for commenting on my last video. I'm very sorry if I wasn't able to get to your comment. There were a lot of them, so getting through them all is really tough. I did my best to get through as many as I possibly could, and a lot of the ones after this point are a lot of like they're repeated, so like asking about how I did this, how I went about it, offering alternative solutions. So I do definitely appreciate the alternative solutions. And I also love hearing about your guys' stories of someone who's doing this but in a different way with like the chlorophyte and the bombs and trying it with just a pickaxe. So I sincerely appreciate that. And before I hop off, I am going to see if I can find a voodoo doll, and we're gonna see if the wall flesh looks any different if there's no roof for him. So let's see, we're gonna go out this way a little bit, and I'm just gonna get a little bit of a boost here with my armor. Alright, so I shouldn't be over anything, but just in case, I'm gonna keep going a little further. Okay, this should be sufficient. Alright, let us see what happens, and then hopefully. Alright, he spawned. So how high up does he go? Oh, okay, he didn't let me. Oh, so darn, I actually can't. If I try to go too high, I get pulled back. Darn, I actually don't know. I mean, I guess yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I actually can't see. I don't know. He doesn't let you escape, so I have no idea if he goes all the way up or not. Darn, I was kind of hoping that I'd get to see, but yeah, sorry guys. I wanted that to be an interesting like myth bust video or end, but I guess there's really no way to know unless you are able to find a way to escape without getting caught by the wall of flesh and getting pulled back in. But anyways, guys, honestly, as I said at the beginning of the episode, and holy crap, I just need one opening to put this thing. There we go. Thank you sincerely from the bottom of my heart for 925 subscribers. I did 10 lava buckets for every single one of you. It feels completely insufficient to pay you back for this, but thank you for subscribing to me and for listening to me rant about it for the last hour or however long this video ends up being. I don't usually like cutting things out because I feel like each comment that I read was important. But from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for watching my last video and commenting on it, all the kind words. And with that, I think we can call this special over. Make sure you guys keep on researching and developing, which is what I've decided the R&D of my name stands for. And I will hopefully see you all in the next one.